On his first day of gold panning, he dug up a cow patty and the whole village burst out laughing until he broke it open and found a gold nugget inside. The villagers figured he had simply gotten lucky, not knowing he had secretly bonded with a metal detection system. The day before, while heading up the mountain to pan for gold, he had been struck by a falling boulder and left for dead, only to wake up the next morning with a miraculous new ability. To test it out, he headed back up the mountain with the villagers, casually singing while scanning so as not to raise suspicion. The system went off within minutes, but what he dug up was a silver nugget. His cousin reminded him not to be greedy. Silver prices had been climbing, and that piece alone was worth 50 yuan. Encouraged, he kept scanning, and the detector went off again, drawing a crowd, only for him to pull out a cow patty. The villagers laughed until he snapped it in half and outrolled another gold nugget. A neighbor quickly told him to pocket it fast. In this business, you never flash what you find. After lunch, he wandered over to a small hill, and the villagers mocked him for being an amateur, saying it was nothing but an old scrap iron dump site. He ignored them and kept scanning, and this time hit double, pulling out both a gold nugget and a silver nugget at the same time. The villagers were stunned. That gold alone was worth serious money. He was about to strike it rich. As the sun began to set, they headed down to sell their findings to the traders who gathered at the foot of the mountain every evening. Most villagers walked away with a few dozen to a few hundred yuan, but when his turn came, he pulled out a half bottle full of gold, and the trader weighed it and handed him 14,000 yuan on the spot. The villagers stared in disbelief. One day's work and he had nearly matched 2 months of their earnings. He didn't think twice, waving them all into the city for a proper dinner. While they celebrated in town, the village was already buzzing. The story of his find spread fast and grew with each retelling, going from 10,000 to 50,000 to 100,000 by nightfall. Even his own parents wondered if he had stumbled onto a gold vein. He set the record straight, transferred 4,000 each to his parents and sister, and kept a few hundred for himself. He planned to head back up the next morning, but when he woke, the entire village had gathered outside his door. Word had spread to villages miles around, and everyone wanted a shot at the mountain. Unable to turn them away, he led the crowd up, and immediately regretted it. No matter where he walked, a pack of villagers trailed behind him, hoping to scoop whatever he found. He had no choice but to shut off the system and dig at random, and after a fruitless morning, the crowd lost interest and went back to calling it dumb luck. But as more people flooded the mountain, the unspoken rules broke down fast. The moment anyone struck gold, a mob would close in to grab it. His neighbor had no interest in the chaos and quietly pulled him away to the back mountain. Fewer people went there, but the odds were much lower, and while he kept finding things with the system, the others came up empty and were starting to talk about giving up. Seeing the mood shift, he decided he needed a plan to keep everyone on the mountain just a little longer.